What's going on, people I share this glorious planet called Earth with? Sleepy the Gamer here. Stop sleeping on the channel. Today, I thought I'd switch it up and play one of my favorite games of all time. One of the most winningest games, winningest, whatever that word trips me up all the time. One of the most award-winning games of all time. Just one of the most cinematic, heartfelt, draining games I've ever played in my life. The Last of Us 2. Now, I beat this game when it came out a couple months ago, last year. I think it was around November this game came out. I beat the game, had a blast. This game is very polarizing. And the reason I say that is because if you're not like in the gaming world, if you're not really a fan of this game, or if you've just been under a rock, you would have seen that this game got leaked. This game was in the making for 8 years. 2013 is when part 1 came out. Big fan of that game. Masterpiece as well. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 all across the board. Nobody who's played that game will tell you that it isn't. Now, part 2 got leaked. It was very anticipated. Everybody was waiting for this game. It got leaked. Some things got spoiled, and people were not happy about the game. Especially we're in a new day and age now where a lot of sensitivity and a lot of like things that, everybody's always mad for something. To not sugarcoat it. Everybody's always mad for something. You can never put something out. You can never do something. You'll find somebody who's going to be mad for something or offended by something. So that's what happened when this game came out, right? But I want to know, if this game never got leaked, would people still be as mad, or would they have found out by themselves of what they thought they would have been? And then you have also trolls who just get mad at something or try to shade something just because everybody else is doing it, knowing damn well they haven't even played it themselves. So that's another story. But with all that being said, we're going to play a little bit of The Last of Us 2. It's one of my favorite games. And yeah, I just feel like a lot of people that I know personally haven't played this game, who have a PlayStation, who have a PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. They just never got to experience this masterpiece. So I want to play it. I beat the game, like I said, but it has New Game Plus. So I'm going to start the game off from New Game Plus. There's no way I'm playing from the beginning again without my guns and attachments and all that stuff. So this will be New Game Plus. And for people who don't know what New Game Plus is, that's when you beat a game and all the progression that you had from when you beat the game, you can start a new game with the items, equipment, all that stuff that you accumulated throughout your first playthrough, you can keep for your next playthrough. So we're going to do that. And without further ado, let's get right into it. So story, New Game Plus. I think I started already a New Game Plus, but I was just playing just to play. So we're going to start a New Game Plus. Yep, so play through the game again with all your upgrades, equipment, yep, all that stuff. Since I'm just doing it for this, we're just going to do it on moderate. I don't feel like being a tryhard or anything. And let's start it up. Yeah, man, this game is crazy. Here we go. So I'm just gonna let the cutscenes roll out in case you guys want to listen. So like it's a story cinematic game as well. So like the cutscenes are kind of important too. Like if you're watching the game. So I won't talk during the cutscenes.
I don't know what happened. I was supposed to take her to the Fireflies and walk away. You go halfway across the country with someone. She needed her immunity to mean something. Maybe I was starting to buy into that whole cure business. Maybe I just wanted to do right by her. And then we made it. We found the Firefly. Because of her, they were actually going to make a cure. The only catch, it would kill her. Sweet Jesus.
Doctor?
What are you doing? I won't let you take her. This is our future. Think of all the lives we'll save.
Jesus Christ, Joe. What do you do? I saved her. that soon? That's a lot. What does Ellie know? I told her they just ran some tests. I told her her immunity meant nothing.
And she believed you?
I didn't say otherwise.
We should head back.
All right, so that was the intro. So let me explain a little bit about the first game. Just a brief summary. So in the first game, you play as Joel, the guy who we're playing as right now, and he loses his daughter. This is spoilers, by the way. Actually, spoilers. But the game has been out for over fucking 9 years, so what the fuck? You play as Joel, and he has his daughter. The game starts off normal. He has his daughter. You play as the daughter actually first for a couple, for like the intro of the game in part 1, and an infection breaks out. Joel comes home. He shoots his neighbor. As a daughter, you're not realizing what's going on, and as a viewer, you're like, what the hell? You know it's a zombie game, but like, what the hell? They're infected, and Joel comes, gets his daughter. Tommy, his brother, up ahead. They come to get the daughter. You drive out of here. You're noticing that the world's in disarray. Cars are trying to all leave the town, but there's traffic. Too many people are trying to do the same thing. Then Joel gets the car that they're in get attacked by a infected. Oh, actually, my bad. The car, you get into a car accident with another car trying to flee. And then an infected tries to attack you guys. Tommy ends up holding them off. Joel and his daughter go on ahead trying to escape. But one of the soldiers, okay, that's not happening. An infected is coming after Joel and his daughter, but one of the soldiers killed the infected, like a military soldier. Then he talks to the superior, and he's like, hey, I got 2 stragglers here. What do you want me to do with them? You don't get to hear what the superior says, but you can kind of guess after the soldier makes a face, and he's just like, but he has a daughter. At that point, you already know. So he ends up trying to shoot Joel and the daughter, but then Joel kind of turns, and unfortunately his daughter ends up getting shot, fatally wounded, and she dies. Then we flash forward 20 years later, playing as Joel, way older now, obviously. He's very jaded, very depressed. He's a smuggler now. He's done things that people shouldn't do just in this new world. You meet this girl named Ellie. You and Tess, his partner in crime at the time of 20 years later, you and Tess get this mission assigned to you where you have to smuggle this girl. Now, we don't know why we have to smuggle this girl to the Fireflies, which is the rebellious group of the game, versus the military and stuff like that, because you're living in QZ zones, quarantine zones, haha, 2020, quarantine zones now. So the military kind of oversees these zones, and you have a group of people called the Fireflies who are rebellious towards that. So they ask you to smuggle this girl. You're not sure why, and then once you come to find out that she's immune, she's also has been bit, but she's immune to the infection, so you have to smuggle it to the Firefly scientists so they can figure out what's going on. Long story short, Joel's not a fan of this girl, but as time goes by and you travel with this girl, Ellie, by the way, he develops a father-daughter relationship with this girl, kind of like how he lost his own daughter, Sarah. And yeah, he gets all the way to, as you see in the intro of this game, he gets all the way to the Fireflies, and you remember that you come to find out that if she gets operated on and they get this cure, it'll kill her. Now Joel thinks that this girl Ellie is his second chance at being a father, and he doesn't want to lose his daughter again, hypothetically his daughter again. So he ends up killing everybody at the Firefly compound, and he tells Ellie, she's unconscious at this point, because I'm pretty sure they gave her like probably like anesthesia or medicine, and she wakes up and Joel just tells her, she's like, hey, Joel tells her that there was like, I don't want to start because of the cutscenes about to start and I want to get this out, but Joel tells her basically when she comes to, hey, there's others like you. He lies to her. He says there's others like you. Turns out they said that they could fix them too and get a cure, but it turns out it was a fail, so we just left. She doesn't believe Joel at the end. You kind of get that feeling. She just stares at him. She says, hey, swear to me that everything you told me is the truth. And he goes, I swear. And then the game ends with this type of music, and then it just closes out. But you stare at Ellie's face, and then before the game closes out, she goes, okay. And then it ends beautifully, and we waited 8 years to get part 2, and now y'all are going to experience it. So let's do this.
It's okay. I got him. You go on.
You sure?
Yeah. About what we were talking about earlier. I can't say I'd have done different. I'll take it to the grave if I have to.
I'll see you later, Doc.
Alright, so IG kind of gives me only 15 minutes per video on IGTV, so we're gonna end it here, but I'm gonna drop the videos today, so there's gonna be an abundance of videos today, so be on the lookout for that. If you guys like what you see, subscribe, comment, share, all that fun stuff, and see you guys for part 2. Peace out.